Hi, I'm Kylie from Wizer. Today I want to walk you through what you get inside your full decision power profile. Not just your archetype, but real insights that help you understand yourself and how you make decisions. Firstly, remember this is your individual profile. And while your organization may be able to see your profile type, they cannot see the individualized data about you or how you answered your questions. Also, none of these profiles are negative. They're here to help people make decisions together. We believe in wise crowds. So, what's the best bunch of people to make this decision? And having diversity of decision styles is a strength, not a weakness. This is about uncovering about how you think, how you collaborate, where you shine, and where you might get stuck when it matters most. So, you'll come to your dashboard and you can see, you can click here, your full decision profile. And you have your archetype overview. I'm somewhat disappointed I was a visionary. I was hoping to be an achiever, but anyway, hopefully it still resonates with me what it is. But it'll talk to you about your natural tendencies, which in this case are big picture thinking, future oriented decisions, and a strong drive for innovation. And it can tell you what you get excited about, what your desires are when you're making decisions, which is freedom to think outside the box, and what can upset you most when your ideas are dismissed. I don't think anybody likes that. When decision making is rigid. And so then it talks to me about what makes me comfortable, what makes me uncomfortable, and my takeaway. You can then click on this second tab. And the first part is looking at your big 5 traits. And so that's a personality, which is why you might come at decisions the way you're coming at decisions. And you can see here that you've got your big 5. And then underneath here, it also, this part of your big 5, the most important part for decision making is your openness to new ideas or your level of conscientiousness when you're under pressure, that kind of thing. So that's why the big 5's in there, which you may have seen before. And then here we've got your cognitive thinking style. This comes from Juliet Burke's research, which was published in Two Heads Are Better Than One. And this is kind of looking at across 6 different frameworks, how you look at decisions. And you'll see that there's one archetype that is higher than the others. That's because we're looking for that primary archetype about how you make decisions that falls into this category. So I'm very outcomes orientated, but then it'll also go through, you can click on these different things and it'll tell you what you're at here. People person doesn't mean that you love people. It means that they're very good at involving people in decisions. So it's always about decisions, not about traditionally how you may have assessed your personality or something. This whole profile is about how you make decisions. Then we've got, so you're looking, remember you're looking for your primary, what you primarily are looking for when you make a decision, where your main focus lies. And then it gets to collaborating with others. That, as you may know by now, there are 7 archetypes. And then it lists for me even my own style, what can happen when we work with one another and how we balance dynamics, understanding that I can be, I've got to be an advocate for innovation, but remain open to feedback. And, with a deliverer, it also tells you up the top here, one of your most complementary styles, which in a visionary's case is a deliverer, because they balance that approach by providing structure, precision, and focus on feasibility of a question. Then you've got, on the next tab, you've got actionable strategies for growth. I could adopt a strategic perspective, involve grounded thinkers, refine your message, probably save us a lot of time if I did a lot of these different things. And then we've written up some actionable strategies for growth. So things that you can do when you're making a decision that might slow you down and take out some of the biases that you have before you go. And in summary, just a couple of steps: reflect and take action. And next step, share your profile with your team when you are collaborating, and be curious about one another when you are in that decision-making space together. The decision profiles are just one of the things that makes Wizer really different. It isn't a static PDF. It's part of a live system that helps you build better teams, better panels, and smarter decisions every day. These PDFs or active PDFs go into our system and they start to recommend who should be in the crowd, and they also have a panel strength indicator. So when somebody's asking a question, they can see whether or not they're missing diversity, experience, or that decision style. So you might find yourself in your organization being asked to decisions you haven't previously in the past because we've identified something that might be missing that you can bring. So please jump in, explore your profile, and start using your strengths more deliberately for yourself, your team, and your organization. And please give us feedback. Thanks for joining us.